Hi guys, it's time to answer questions for me. I know it's been several months since I've had to ask little Eric, but after some thought, I think this is the best way to interact with my viewers. So, that being said, let's get the shit show started. Don Monroe asked, "Hey little Eric, you speak of transparency, honesty, and truth, so I was wondering, why peddle land in the White Mountains at 7,000 feet when you slam your land and its location? Is it like pushing a connection while showing Starlink upload speeds and trying to pass them off as connection? Is it just for the cold hard cash with no loyalty and respect for your friends or your subscribers? When the hell have I ever mentioned transparency, honesty, and truth about anything I've ever tried to sell to my viewers? The thing is, I don't respect my audience intelligence. I don't expect them to remember me complaining about my land in one video and then trying to sell land like in another one. Most of my subscribers can't make that connection. Speaking of connection, I could have cropped the bottom part of this image of Starlink upload speeds to pass off as connection, but again, I didn't expect eagle-eyed viewers to see that, and I also get a little kick knowing that I'm lying to my audience in plain sight. But bravo for noticing my hypocrisy. You're smarter than my viewers. Do you want a cookie? Lion Screw 1 asked, "Hey little Eric, will you be sharing your tasty prison cooking recipes that you learned in Washington State Department of Corrections if you have to do time in La Paz County, Arizona?" Oh, you like my cooking? I've been wanting to show you how I make my award-winning chicken drumsticks. You know, I use special hobo spices to make them extra finger-licking good. Or maybe my new favorite, carnitas. I can eat it all night long. But I'm not going to spend a day in an Arizona jail. Christopher Roach asked, "Can we expect little Eric merchandise?" I don't know. You mean like stickers? Oh, I'm sure Ames Academy can whip up some. Don't worry, you'd actually get them, not like a certain YouTuber we all make fun of. But if my viewers have ideas on merchandise that you'd really like, then leave a comment and I'll see what Ames Academy can do. Jason Buckowing asked, "Hey Eric, are you going to really tell your viewers that you had to go to court or just going to continue to pretend it never happened?" What are you even talking about? It wasn't me, guys. I wasn't even at the spot. A guy named Eric Holing punched that guy. I just left because I was very uncomfortable being there. This guy, Eric Holing, started hanging around the wrong people because he was wearing his poser biker outfit. And some guy probably called him out on it, and Holing most likely had liquid courage running through his system, and he tapped the guy while he was sitting down. A little taparoo. That big guy had to be sitting down. There's no way a 5'2" squirt is going to square up with a man a solid foot taller than he is. But that's it. It's like a case of mistaken identity. I left because I really felt uncomfortable being there after hearing that Eric Holing guy tap that guy. Now they're charging me for fighting. Do you think that's what this whole legal shit is about? That guy could have ground Eric Holing to a pulp. But look at my video after that happened. No bruises, no scratches. Nope, he didn't lay a hand on Eric Holing because he thought the nomadic fanatic tapped him. So now he's going to squeeze me for all I'm worth. He's going to sue me for pain and suffering. So that's why I pled not guilty. It's a whole misunderstanding. That's why I don't mention it on my channel. That kind of stuff is unimportant. Kathy Benadaro asked, "Hey little Eric, are you going to tell the courts about your $90,000 a year income and you own 5 acres and you have a bus, motorcycle, trailer, a tiny house, a pickup truck, and storage units all over America?" I don't think the courts need to know how much I really make. I just write down any number. What are they, the IRS? What are they gonna do? Make me show my 1099s for the last few years? They want to get this case done and over with as quickly as possible. All they know is that I'm some schlep from Texas who was in Arizona. That's all they need to know. They don't need to know that I'm the nomadic fanatic with over 242,000 subscribers. And they certainly don't need to know that I make $90K a year. You better shut your fucking face! John Scallon asked, "Hey little Eric, can we expect you to be in Diana's OF to raise money for your court case and attorney fees? We all know you're not eligible for a court-appointed attorney." Now, why would I need to do that? I've got lots of money. I don't have to resort to being in Blossom's OF. I mean, I have, but I don't need to. Monster Trucker asks, to Eric, when are you planning to do something useful that isn't a waste of time for yourself or your audience? Considering you've already placed fake igloos and done other nonsensical stuff that could be considered outlandish or insane. What? I haven't entertained you? Have you not been entertained? Was my fake igloos weren't real enough for you? What the hell are you saying? That installing porch lights, painting water tanks, and skiing with children's skis isn't useful content? Well, no one is twisting your arm to watch my channel. Raleigh's Takers ask, hey little E, how do you choose a public defender? All those Disney cruises and you can't afford a lawyer? I definitely can afford a lawyer. That's not the point. It's my very nature to see whether I can pull one on someone. Even a judge. I'm betting on the American justice system to just go through the motions. I'm betting that they don't even check my financial background. What if I get my public defender and I get off easy? No one's going to tattle to the court about my $100,000 a year income or all of my assets. I've got the devil's own luck. Stefan Miller asks, what did Eric do about his coughing up blood? Ignoring it isn't going to make it go away. It's kind of like a bench warrant. How about you worry about you and let me worry about me? I already said I can't see a doctor because of the insurance. Besides, if my health was really that bad, then why would I immediately start drinking once I got to courtside? Why have I not drastically changed my diet? You saw me burning a box of Keystone Light. H asks, dear little Eric, do you have any friends that could come over and snark with you? Your pal Bob Wells is great, but I want to see more friends too. Making parodies of my life already takes a good amount of Ames Academy's time, but you never know. Maybe one day you'll see more of my friends, like Traveling Bobert and Justin Scard. Wouldn't that be fun? Kenny asks, hi little Eric, how much do you think you can make after suing your trolls? And also, will your prison experience help you in Arizona? Oh, I think I can make boatloads of money suing my trolls. I can tell by studying their videos. Line Screw One flies all over the damn planet. Blind View's got more than one camera in his studio. They should be receiving those certified letters by now, by the way. Ames Academy's like a trillionaire. I think he's got more money than Elon Musk. Just look at all those 1,000 views he gets on all his videos. You can tell he's just rolling in tens of dollars of YouTube AdSense revenue. Debbie Rosa asks, little Eric, why do you keep buying mud pits? Is Diana going to bottle and sell the magical mud from 7,000 feet? Well, if you must know, I'm a creature of habit. I always repeat the same behaviors over and over again. Remember when you could tell where I was going during certain times of the year? I'd usually spend the winter around South Texas and journey east to Florida and spend the holidays at Disney World. Then I would venture north and make a trip west to California for spring and head up north to Washington during the summer months. Of course, all that changed when I started spending months at courtside, or the idea of buying shitty land in Arizona became a thing for me. But even that started to become a cycle. How else can you explain selling land and buying a similar plot of land less than a year later? This whole punching scandal has really threw off my schedule, and you can tell that it affects me. Hank asks, hey little Eric, why do you say you're trying to be low profile when you're trying to urban camping, but you're in a huge seafoam green bus? I bet you think it's pretty cute asking me such a question, but this bus would be practically invisible if I parked this thing behind the same colored building. Then you'd feel pretty foolish, wouldn't you? Garage Works asks, why does your subscriber count not grow? Well, it should be obvious that I'm buying subs to replace the ones that I lose on a weekly basis. How else can you explain the same amount of subs despite turning off comments for all my videos right after courtside, scrubbing comments about my legal problems, a long string of boring mundane videos about my homestead? All that should have negatively affected my subscriber count, but it has stayed the same. Wandering Way asks, hey little Eric, did you visit Disney World as a child? Well, it's obvious that I hadn't. That's why I go so many times, to make up for not being able to go when I was a kid. A lot of people do it, really sad, pathetic people, who lend a blind eye to the fakeness and hyper-capitalism just to feel like a kid again, although there are some who suffer more from this condition than others. I mean, who would pass up time with their family just in order to go to Disney World for Christmas? By themselves? Eric asks, "Hey little Eric, you seem to be insulted when offered medical attention on a sliding scale depending on your income. You didn't qualify as you earn too much money, but yet you seek legal aid as you don't earn any money? Which is it?" Because I don't like spending money, okay? Let me re-clarify that. I don't like spending money on things that aren't fun. I don't have a problem spending money at amusement parks, or NASCAR, or restaurants, or on cruises. I do have a problem spending money on boring things like hospital visits or paying lots of money for an attorney. Why waste money on a lawyer if I could get a public defender for next to nothing? Jag asks, "Hey little Eric Pooh, when are we going to see the visiting Tig video? Poor dog. Why didn't you do the right thing and give Tig to a rescue group that would rehome him? Anybody that treats dogs bad is pure crap. It is sad that Campervan Kevin supported you getting the dog. Shame on you both. You know, I'm getting sick and tired of telling you people that Tig is happy with his new owners. And I don't like your attitude. So I might not show you any videos of Tig for a few more years. You like that? You brought it upon yourself." Road Trips with Yogi asks, "Hey Whittle Elwick, are you ever going to tell your paying viewers who support your channel and deserves to know the reason you had to go to court?" Wow, the entitlement. So you think my paying subscribers owns me? That they need to know all my private business? You don't know what's going behind the scenes. That I have a doppelganger named Eric Holing who has been doing nefarious stuff and people are blaming me. It's not fair! Timothy Hayes says, "Little Eric, you're such a lovable guy. Why continue to lie to us? You dumped Tig in the desert to die. Puppy killer." Well, that really isn't a question. You know what? You can believe what you want about what happened with Tig, but I have the evidence to prove that Tig wasn't eaten by coyotes. A person makes a comment in Aja's video stating that Tig was dying, and that comment could have been wild speculation until Aja confirms it with a sad face. Text surfaces of me saying that Tig got loose and he came back after I gave up looking for him. Then I come out with a video with a fake green screen background made to look like I'm in my RV and say that it didn't work out with Tig and he was rehomed. However, none of those things were ever recorded and everyone is supposed to take my word for it. It totally doesn't look like I chickened out and ran away from my horrible mishandling of a puppy. None of these things look suspicious at all. Nomadic Dullard asks, "Hey little Eric, why is it not okay to trespass on your land when you and Mikey trespassed a hot tub, filmed it, and made a joke about it?" Because I got this check mark. That's why. It gives me the right to do any damn thing I want to do, especially be a hypocrite. I'm the goddamn Tom Cruise of the RV channels. I could just stroll through someone's house and jump in their hot tub. What are they gonna do? Nothing. That's what. Bob Loblaw asks, "Little Eric, did you ever date a dude named Teabag when you were in prison before? Well, you'd break up with Diana before you go back to prison, so you're not cheating on her for prison hooch. Will you go straight after you're released from prison this time? Sorry for all the questions, but inquiring minds gotta know. So little Eric, a homestead question. Do you have plans of working Diana like a Clydesdale at the homestead? Like I said before, I've never been to prison. It was Eric Holing. He's the hardened criminal. He's the one with the record for multiple felonies of domestic violence. I wouldn't want to be this guy. When the prosecution brings this history up, they're going to nail him to the wall. Answering your other questions, I don't think my love life is any of your business. I'm quite comfortable in my own skin, and I don't have the insecurities that other guys have when it comes to their familiarities. And yes, I plan to work Blossom like a Clydesdale while she's here." Okay, I guess that does it for this month's Ask Little Eric. God damn, that was a lot of questions. But keep them up. Bye, guys.